Hello and welcome to Daily News in AI Agents. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jordan. It's great to be with you on Thursday, June 26th, 2025.
We've got a huge show today. The legal battles over AI training data are heating up with some blockbuster developments, and at the same time, the pace of innovation isn't slowing down one bit.
It feels like we say that every week, but it's truer than ever. We're seeing major lawsuits and major product launches, sometimes from the very same company.
Exactly. Let's start with the big one. Disney, along with Universal, has officially filed a major lawsuit against the AI image generator Midjourney. This could be a truly consequential fight over how intellectual property is treated in the age of AI.
This is the heavyweight fight everyone was anticipating. When a company like Disney, which is famously protective of its IP, steps into the ring, you know the stakes are incredibly high. They're arguing that Midjourney was trained on their copyrighted works without permission, creating a tool that can replicate their iconic styles and characters.
That's the core of it. But what's fascinating is, at almost the same time, we're seeing legal developments that seem to point in the opposite direction. A federal judge just handed Meta a significant win in a similar copyright case.
I saw that headline. A group of authors sued Meta, claiming the company illegally used their books to train its Llama AI models. But Meta won.
They did. The judge ruled that Meta did not violate copyright law. But the headline also says there's a catch. From what I can gather, the victory is quite specific to the case and doesn't create a broad, all-encompassing precedent for fair use. It's not a blank check for any company to train on any data.
That makes sense, so it's more like one battle in a much larger war. And I saw that Anthropic also got a partial win in a similar case. It feels like the courts are really struggling to apply old copyright laws to this brand new technology. There's no clear, easy answer here.
Absolutely. And it shows the legal and ethical landscape is still very much under construction, which is why it's so fascinating that, as we mentioned, these companies are not waiting for the dust to settle. Speaking of Midjourney, while they're preparing for a legal battle with Disney, they just announced their first-ever AI video generation model.
The timing is incredible. Just as they face an existential threat on the legal front, they drop a massive technological update. It really speaks to the competitive pressure in the AI space. With OpenAI's Sora and other video models out there, you can't afford to pause, not even for a massive lawsuit.
That's right. And Midjourney isn't the only one pushing forward. Google also just updated its Gemini AI family. We now have a stable version of Gemini 2.5 Pro and something they're calling Gemini 2.5 Flash-Lite.
Flash-Lite, that sounds like it's all about speed and efficiency. What's the thinking there?
You nailed it. The goal is to have a super efficient model that can run faster and on a wider range of devices, maybe even on your phone, without needing a constant connection to a massive data center. It's about making powerful AI more accessible and responsive.
That's a key step for making AI agents truly useful in our daily lives. If an agent on your device can understand and respond instantly, without that cloud latency, it completely changes the user experience.
It really does. And you know, here on Daily News and AI Agents, we often focus on these big, consumer-facing models. But some of the most impactful work is happening in the enterprise space, which we saw a lot of this week from a company called Databricks.
Ah, yes, the plumbing of the AI world. What are they up to?
They've been busy. They announced a new tool called X12 EDI Ember, which is designed to simplify healthcare data. Think of all the complex billing codes and patient data exchanged between hospitals and insurance companies. This AI-powered tool aims to streamline that whole process.
That sounds incredibly niche, but also incredibly important. Messy data is a huge bottleneck in industries like healthcare. Automating and making sense of that is a perfect job for an AI agent.
Exactly. And on that same theme, they also showcased work on training 10,000 different anomaly detection models. The goal is to sift through billions of records to spot unusual patterns, things like fraud in financial transactions or a potential failure in a manufacturing supply chain.
So we have these two parallel tracks of AI development. On one hand, you have the splashy, creative tools like Midjourney Video. On the other, you have these workhorse agents from companies like Databricks that are being integrated into the core operations of our biggest industries. Both are moving at lightning speed.
A perfect summary. The AI world is fighting its battles in the courtroom while simultaneously racing to build the future in the lab. The outcomes of both will shape everything to come.
It's a fascinating time to be covering this space. There's never a dull day.
Couldn't agree more. And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in to Daily News and AI Agents.
We'll be back tomorrow with the latest updates. Have a great day.